let's read the question. Each of the 4 major blood groups is split into positive and negative blood types. The percentage of the population of Brazil with each blood type is shown in the table. I think there's a part of the question missing here, which should say something along the lines of find the probability that, otherwise the question doesn't make sense. So let's go with find the probability that 10 people contain exactly 3. Out of 10 people, 3 have blood type A+. The wording's quite poor on this question. So let's start. So for this question, I have a binomial distribution with 10 people. We're looking at blood type A+, and looking at the table, I can see that A+ has a 35% chance of getting chosen. Then it's asking me the probability that exactly 3 have that blood type. So I'm using an exact or a precise distribution. I'm either going to use my calculator or the formula. I'm going to go menu and distributions, which is number 7. And it's a precise distribution, so I'm going to go for binomial PD and variable. I want the value when x is 3, when n is 10, and when p is 0.35. Or I can use NCR, p to the r, q to the n minus r. It will give me the same answer of 0.2522. Simple. Part B. 20 people contain fewer than 3 with blood group B. So straight away I am changing my distribution. I've now got 20 as my n, and I'm looking at blood group B, so that's the whole of this box. 8, 9, 10, 11, so 11%. It's asking for the probability that it is less than 3, fewer than 3. So that's the same as saying less than or equal to 2. So I'm going to use the cumulative function on the calculator. Menu 7 for distributions, and this time scroll down to binomial CD. This time my x is 2 and under. My n is changed to 20. And my probability is changed to 0.11. That gives me a value of 0.6198. Moving on to part C. Again, I have a new distribution. This one is 30 people. And we're looking at blood group O. O is this first one here. I'm going to add 36 and 9 to give me 0.45. This one asks me for more than 10 people. I'm going to try and squeeze this on underneath here. More than 10. So because I can't calculate more than 10, I'm going to do 1 minus what I don't want, which is 10 and under. So on my calculator, again, I want distributions, scroll down to binomial CD, and my x value, I don't want 10 and under. There's an n of 30, and there's a p of 0.45. Putting that in my calculator and moving my calculator over to the side, that means I want 1 minus 0.1350, and that gives me an answer of 0.8650. Scrolling towards the end now, looking at D. I'm going to go up here on the right hand side. Again, I've got another distribution. Still binomial, this time an n of 40 people. And this one's asking me for blood groups other than A and AB. So I'm looking at O and B combined. So for this one, I'm doing these 45% from O and the 11% from B. 45 plus 11 is 56%. Then for this one, I'm asked for the probability that it is at most 20. So less than or equal to 20. So again, this is a cumulative distribution. So menu 7, scroll down to binomial CD, where my x value is 20, my n has again changed to 40, and my p has changed to 0.56. That gives me 0.2714. And finally, part E. Can we see this colour? Oh yeah, we can. So my final one, I don't really want to do B, let's do D. It's binomially distributed. This time my N is 50. And blood groups that are negative, I'm going to clear a bit of the screen here so I can see a bit better what I'm taking. So my negatives are these 4 added together. 9 and 7 and 3 and 1. I believe that gives me 20%, so 0.2. And it's asking me for the probability that it is at least 6, but at most 12. So for this one, I'm going to do less than or equal to 12 minus, be careful here because I do want 6, so I'm going to subtract 5 this time. So again, menu 7, scroll down to binomial CD, and I want 12 and I want 5 with an n of 50 and a probability of 0.2. So 0.8139 minus 0.0480. And just because I don't trust my mental maths, I'm going to go on to calculate, and 0.8139 minus 0.0480, and that gives me the answer 0.7659.